Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Malik Tipu Sultan. I'm a solicitor in UK. Many people would like to visit UK for many different reasons. And one of the reasons that people come to UK is to visit UK. People struggle to find the right information. In today's video, I would like to provide you as much information as I can. But please, this video is only for information purposes. If you would like to take any step, please do get a legal advice, legal competent advice, and then make an application. So first of all, many people ask us question that how do we apply? Where do we go and apply? All the application from around the world for UK visit visa is always online. So anybody who wants to apply, you can go on online or type UK online application for visit visa in Google, and there will be links for find the relevant links and fill up the form and make your account, and you can apply the application. This is the starting point. But most important thing for people, they need to understand what are the requirements for the visa. The overall framework of visit visa is in UK immigration regulation rule, basically in appendix V, which covers the most part of the visit visa, which contain the restrictions, general prohibitions, and other requirements. So first of all, I will give you a two step. First step is anybody who applies, he need to check whether he will be suitable to apply for visit visa. So suitability requirement is in appendix V, and I think so 3.2 to 3.14a are the relevant point that you should be considering. Look at those points, read them, download it from the online, and check it whether you are suitable. You cover the suitability requirements. I can give you in a nutshell. Basically, they want to know that you are basically a person of good character. If you have already applied in UK before, then you haven't overstayed. Basically, you never breached the immigration requirement or immigration visa conditions and things like that. You never provide any false information. These are general information that you should know, that if you want to apply, you are basically person of good character. So these are explained in appendix V 3.2 to 3.14a. Go and read those information. If you need any further help, you can contact me. I will try and give you further information. The second part is the most important part that people need to keep in mind. That is the eligibility requirement. So eligibility requirement is in appendix V 4.2 to 4.10. In nutshell, what they want to see you have a genuine intention to visit UK, and you have adequate funds, you have adequate in maintenance and accommodation, whether you are supporting yourself or whether it is provided by a third party. Now, I can split that into two parts. First part is genuine intention to visit, and the other part I will discuss funds, maintenance, and accommodation. Now, in the part of genuine intention to visit, what they are looking for is that you will come to UK for the visit visa and you will leave the UK at the end of your term, at the end of your plan, or the in within the visa period. If it's 6 month period, if you're applying for the first time, you will be most probably applying for a 6 month visa. So they want you to visit UK and you will leave the UK before the end of your visa expiry within the time period. Secondly, they would want to see that you are a genuine visitor, and you are basically uh, entering the UK to for not any other purposes than visit visa, and you will not take any prohibited work which is prohibited under the visa condition, and you have a sufficient funds to support yourself. Now, how do we prove all these things? In order to prove all these things, they would like to see your circumstances. Now, if whichever country you are applying for from, basically, they would like to see your passport, your ID card, maybe your family certificate, mean your family links, your bank statement for 6 months, your assets, your property, whatever document, whatever asset you have, you will provide them as much information as you can, so that they can assess that whether your circumstances, and from those documentation, in nutshell, they will assess that whether you will be a person who has a genuine intention to leave the UK before the end of your term. How can they assess from these your documentation? For if you are a person who have a bank statement of 50 lakh or 40 lakh, 50,000 50,000, whatever the amount you can in your bank account, but you do not provide them a adequate means you do not provide them your source of income. What they want to see from your documentation, that you are providing them enough information from which they can assess that whether you can afford to come to UK for visit, and you can leave the UK at the end of your required time. And all these things will be assessed through your documentation. So in nutshell, you should have a steady source of income. If you are employed, then you should provide 6 month bank statement, and that bank statement should have show that your salary is coming to your bank account, your employer letter for your vacation you come to UK. And then if you are coming here on tourist visa, then you need to provide them a reservation from hotel, you need to provide them with the public tickets, and your plan, that what are your plans when you are in the while you are in the UK. The second thing will be, once you have submitted all the documentation, they would also see in the documentation that before the end of your period, you will go back basically. So how do they assess these things? By providing your maximum information. Like if you have family in any country, you provide your detail of your sibling, your parents, your children, where they go to school. All these things make up a full case. Why? Because they know you have a strong ties in the country where you're coming from. If you just give them a bank statement, a detail, you do not provide them a much detailed information about your circumstances, about your family, about your ties, from which country you are coming from, your visa might be refused. Why? Because they want to see that you are stable in your country, and your purpose of visit is only a visit to UK, and you will go back. And they can assess only these things only if you show them all the detail with your financial asset, with your family ties, and with your source of income. So once you have all these three things in a nutshell, in your file, in a detailed described way, then hopefully you will make a good application. Now when we come to a family sponsor, in terms of family sponsor, the sponsor need to provide you with their pay slips, with their detail of the accommodation confirming that how many people can live in their property. Normally there's a property assessment report with people living in the UK. They can provide you with those documentation, and their identity, mean there are copy of their passport. That will probably the most documentation, and the declaration letter from the sponsor. Sometimes they can ask the sponsor, then if it then he might need to give a written undertaking that he will be responsible for the expenses and everything. So all in a nutshell, from sponsor side of the sponsor side, the weight of the application, you can say, is probably 10 to 15%. Most of the weight of your application depends on your personal circumstances, how you built up your case, how you presented your documentation. Your documentation include, I repeat again, your passport, your national ID card, your family ties, your financial statements, your asset in country which you are coming from. So if you prepare all the documentation, try and explain all the detail of your circumstances in the application, and which shows that you have a strong financial circumstances, and the purpose of your visit in the UK is only visit. Once they can establish from their your application that you are a genuine visitor, then they can probably grant your visa application on visit visa. I hope I have tried my best to give you information. The relevant section which you should look if you are more concerned to see the legal part, then I told you Appendix V 3.2 to 3.14a is where there is a suitability requirement. Go and check those. Then Appendix V 4.2 to 4.10 explains you the eligibility requirement. Go and check those. And then there are different small bits and pieces thing that you might need to get some guidance. But in this whole video, my purpose is to explain you basically all this information is in the regulations in the appendix V. Go and before making application, read those parts, so then you will have a clear idea. Once you see my video, this video is only for information purposes. The regulation I provided you, appendix V, will be really helpful. Read the regulation, and in nutshell, keep everything in your mind that if you want to make a successful application, you should give them a detailed circumstances, everything in your country of origin where you're coming from, so that you can get a successful application from the home office or the port of entry. I hope I have tried my best to give you the information in nutshell in a very precise manner. But still, if you have any more question, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can send me a message. I will try and answer your question, and I will leave my contact number in the comment section. You can WhatsApp me your question, message me. I will try and get back to you to as many people as I can. Hope this information is helpful. Please, if you like the video, like my page and subscribe. Thank you very much.